Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Derek Reilly. Today we are looking at the Opel Vivaro-e, and it is the passenger version. It's the Vivaro-e Life with passengers in the back. So let's go through some of this. So it will look very much like the combustion engine vehicle with that grille there. There is no frunking underneath there. That's where the electric motor is. It's a 100 kilowatt electric motor. This is a version that was brought in by Opel Ireland, and some of the trim level is a bit it's before production, so you don't have the fog lights down here, etc. They're halogen headlights with halogen daylight time runner lights. They're steel wheels, so if you wanted the nicer trim, I think it's going to be the Zafira model. Price for this one after grant is around €41,000, and the Zafira model with leather seats and alloy wheels, etc., is starting at €54,000. Both with a 50 kilowatt hour battery, usable 45 kilowatts, probably in around that 200 kilometer range. Real world probably 180, and then cold motorway probably 120, 130. But you've got your Opel or Vauxhall badge there, depending on what country you're in. Nice big windscreen. And you'll see down along the back there, you'll see where the old fuel cap was, but on the electric version, you have your, up here, AC up to 7.4 kilowatts, and then DC on the CCS is up to 100 kilowatts, same as all the Stellantis range. As I mentioned, you've got the 16-inch alloy wheels in steel. And nice and practical. You've got the little Stellantis indicator that I always talk about. You've got wing mirrors, which I would like a bit bigger. You've got the black moulding along the bottom with black door handles, and that's where the other fuel cap was, but it's closed off now. Lots of glass in this, great visibility, and this is the 9-seater version, which is the Opel Vivaro-e Combo Life. Sorry, Vivaro-e Life. I don't know why I said combo. Then you've got the only E on it is on the back here, and this has the big barn door with the windscreen wiper. And so you bring all this all the way up, fall into the actual about 600 litres up to window. With the seats out, it's something like 2,700. Like it's obviously it's a huge van. With tie-off points, and again this one has that floored option. Everything's a bit, whereas with the Zafira you'll have a bit more car-like, minibus-like, whereas this is a van with seats in it, and a very utilitarian. So it's not a power tail lift, it is a handle. Down along the side you've got twin sliding doors. And you've got the second seat has a 60-40 split, or it's broken down into chairs in essence, and there's a handle behind it. But before we get to that, one good thing about the Vivaro-e Life is it's got 3 ISOFIX points, so you could have 3 across the back. This seat doesn't move, but you have the option of tipping it up. So you pull this handle here up, and it actually tilts forward so people can get in the back there. And then on the other side, the whole the other bench clips up. That's back here, and the whole thing tips forward. So sitting in the back, you have, the knees are out today, the shorts are on. Probably 1 or 2 centimeters. Headroom, no problem there, and 3 headrests in the back with 3 3-point seat belts, which is good to see. But nothing else back here. No USB connectors, no cup holders. So there would be a bit of aftermarket stuff that you would need. But the space is there, even though that seat doesn't move. And then in the middle row, that over there, same rough, couple of centimeters there, and again headroom is massive. I think on the Zafira Life it has a panoramic sunroof, potentially as an option anyway. So that is the 2 rear seats and the boot. And then on the passenger side, throw my bag in the back, you have your on the door, pocket here, handle here, pocket here, lots of space here, another little pocket down here, and then you have for opening the bonnet. We'll have a look inside there. Opens up at the top. It's here somewhere. First time on camera. Whoop. And that is a bit of wasted space in there. You probably could get a tray, an aftermarket tray that would allow you to store some stuff there, even if it's just the cable. There's plenty of space for it. That's closed down there. And then on the dash, so again, same as the Vivaro that I have on the channel, you can look back and see if you're interested in the commercial version of this. You have your coffee cup holders, you've got a magazine rack. There is no shelf up on the top, which again I think is a missed opportunity. Then you've got your glove box, not bad size. You've got your shelf, you've got your pocket in underneath here. I really like the side-to-side Opel mat. The things that get me excited, you can see there's a handle here, and that means there's something down under here. So you've got charging cable there, and Opel give me another charging cable there as well too. So there's two. What have we got here? Nice, simple display. Android Auto or Apple CarPlay mirrored. You've got your car, your radio. You've got your manual climate control, all your buttons, AC, and let's turn that down so that we're not getting any copyright strikes. So you've got AC on it, manual, you've got your rear lock, your center lock and your child lock in the rear, 12 volt, USB type A, that's what I've been using to work on the. And then you've got that Stellantis switch gear again, so you've got your drive modes, power, normal and sport. Power or sport, depends on what they call it, normal and eco, and then you've got your reverse neutral drive and then two-stage regenerative braking. This is a small bit and this is because it's based on the combustion engine van, whereas normally there would be a gear selector there, be that automatic or manual, whereas really this could be up on the dash here because it's only buttons. Down here you have your electronic handbrake. And then scooting across, it's great to be able to just scoot all the way across. You have your very blank steering wheel, and again I think it's just because of the model that we have. It is a traditional key, and you pop it in. Doors are open all over the place, yeah, so the two slide doors, and so we'll take that off. Now, and so on the dash you have the instrument cluster, you've got your charge eco power, you've got your percentage battery, you've got whether you're taking, whether you're being economical or maximizing your battery because of the air conditioning, and then your speed, and then in here it is your trip 1 and 2, you have your battery indicator, you have your kilometer per hour, and then you have your what you'll actually be using when you're driving, and you've got some brightness and controls down here. Just leveling up here, some blanked off switches. On the steering wheel itself you have radio on this side you've got cruise control and speed limiter, lights up on this one, and on this one you've got the wipers, but otherwise it's a very plain. On the driver door you have adjuster for the wing mirrors, and then your front and your front electric mirrors, because the windows and I don't think there's any doors. And we're back in again. In the doors, oh no, they're sealed glass. Yeah. So yeah, no actual opened up. But that is the Vivaro-e Life. If you're looking for something a bit sexier, you can get the Zafira version of this. But otherwise, let's take this one out for a spin and see what it's all about. But before we do that, let's run through some stats. So with the stats, it is a 50 kilowatt hour battery, 45 kilowatt hour usable. There is talks of a 75 kilowatt hour battery coming, but I don't know with the seats in the back. The Zafira version is 8 seats, whereas this is 9 seats. Charging it on a home wall box is about 7 hours 15 minutes, and then on a fast charge up to 100 kilowatts you'll go from 10 to 80% in 26 minutes. What do we got? So the length of it is nearly 5 meters. It's 4.956 meters. Width is about 2 meters. Wheelbase is 3.2 meters. So the width, and then the height then as well is about 2 meters, about 1.9 meters. Cargo is about 500 litres, with max for cargo is 3,000 litres actually. Roof load, yeah, you can put stuff up on the top, 150 kgs. You can put a vertical load on it. On the back is 60 kgs. And towing, you can unbraked at 750 kgs and braked is 1,000 kgs. 9 seats, 3 ISOFIX. And it's based on that PSA EMP2 platform. So enough stats, we've talked about the price. The colours, you can get it in white, black, light grey or silver, dark grey or silver, whatever you want to call it. I think they're both silvers actually. And red, which was nice. Let's take it out for a spin. What's it like driving the Vivaro-e Life? As we talked about the key already. In, turn, and then turn again for ready. We've got our little multi-level 2-stage regen. And we're away. Handbrake releases itself, it is down in between the seats. Serious driving position between the visibility at the front, and it's a full glass house. I probably would take this central headrest down just because of visibility restriction with the rear view mirror. But then if somebody has the middle or the last row central headrest up, you're going to be stuck with that as well. But the wing mirrors, as I always say in the Stellantis, specifically the Opels and the Vivaro-e when I had it the last time, I would like to see it with a larger side mirrors. But I appreciate that with aero. So this is perfect if you've got a large family. It's perfect if you're a taxi driver. There's a good grant there at the moment for between 20 and 25,000 euros of, if you're eligible, of a grant on it. But otherwise, yeah, it's good. This is a funny spec because it doesn't have all what the trim level that you will get in Ireland. So it's hard to, like, it doesn't have reversing sensors, but that will come if you order a Vivaro-e now. They got this from the factory at the very beginning, the end of last year, so that they could see what they would or wouldn't put on it. And so it looks like 50 kilowatt with the 9-seater, with the 8-seater Zafira. They may put the 75 kilowatt hour battery on it, which get you another 100 kilometers ballpark. And some people may want that. They may want that 300 kilometer range, be that taxi, be that for family and personal use. But otherwise, it's a lovely van for driving. Some people like the styling on it. Some people think it looks too vanish. Some people think it looks like a taxi. But if you're looking for practicality, if you're looking for space, and I've got a couple of Opel reviews on the channel, if they haven't already come out already, please do so. We're on a drive to 10,000 subscribers in 2022. And so I've got the Combo Cargo, Combo E-Cargo, Combo E-Life, Vivaro-e Cargo, and now the Vivaro-e Life. So I've done all 4 commercials. Looking for the Movano, the big one. Looking forward to reviewing that. But across all of the Stellantis range, be that passenger or commercial, Peugeot, Citroen, hopefully someday I get to review the Toyota Pro-Ace, the commercial versions. Fiat are based on this platform now as well. So there's lots going on. Drive modes we talked about when I was doing the statics, so it is power, normal or eco, so they're the same as the cargo version. The 2-stage regen doesn't have blind spot in this version, but again, I don't know whether that's a true representation of what you're going to get. Doesn't have one pedal driving, it's just that 2-stage regen, or it doesn't have that automatic handbrake either. Visibility on the driver display is great. It's analog, but it does exactly what it says in the tin for the bigger stuff. Speed and what you're doing power-wise. And with 9 people in it, you still have a lot of luggage. You're going to stack up suitcases. Absolutely no problem. So if you can get away with between 150 and 200 kilometers worth of range, be that commercially as a taxi or be that for your family home use, this may be the perfect vehicle for you. And at this price, 41,000, it's cheaper than an ID4. You're not going to get the range, you're not going to get the level of sophistication and comfort, but you won't get 9 people into an ID4. And you won't get the luggage that you're going to get into this in an ID4. So just as a comparison, this is much more comparable to the ID Buzz. And that's going to be a lot more expensive. Now, bigger battery, I appreciate, but... So hopefully you've enjoyed the review of the Vivaro-e Life. As I said, make sure you've subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, and remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching.